about it. Two things for sure. Never give them less, always give them more. Hello, my darlings. This show is 110% Scottish, so if you think we're talking too fast, then make sure to slow it down with the playback speed button on whatever platform you're listening on. And last but not least, there's definitely offensive language featured, so if you're a minor or a pussy, switch off now. We are back for another episode of What's the Goss.
That was a good one. You did say she had a good one today. She said, I've got a good one, I'm ready for it. And that was good.
Thank you.
Fair
I just
play.
thought about it literally just as I was about to come in, so I thought, oh God, that's just came right to me.
Guys, we've just spent about 45 minutes setting up the podcast as we do every
People
single
don't
time.
understand the effort of what it takes to get this bloody room
seriously,
set up.
we're always this close,
Do you
and
know
I
the
want
thing
you
is,
to
it
zoom
wouldn't
in.
actually matter if it, even if it stayed exactly like this. Every time we come back and it's still fucked up in some rhythm or reason or rhyme.
Aye, there's
There's
aye.
your tits right in, man.
Honestly, guys, if you don't like it, please subscribe, please do all that stuff, because genuinely at breaking point here, folks.
Anyway, good news for the week is the sun has been out. The weather for the Gold Coast this week is roasty toasty, and we're bum. Loving it, by the way. Loving it. Thank fuck.
And McDonald's will never get sponsored by you because Free Palestine.
Oh, aye, by the way. And that.
Yeah.
Aye.
I seen Stormzy make that mistake and I said, that'll never be me.
Aye. So they were in our DMs telling us they wanted to offer us all sorts of money for a fucking brand deal. We said no. Get yourself.
Aye, let's get that straight. Folk want us.
No, by the way, other topic for the week. Did they see on my TikTok that post, and it was bloody, my nails were, I mean, I can only describe them as a squashy. They were horrific, right? No shade. I've been going to this nail salon for bloody like about a year and a half now. It's just up the road. It's actually been fine most of the time. Do you know what I mean? You get what you get. No, as long as they look better than they did once before, I'm happy. I'm all happy. But like genuinely, I was a bit gagged. Like, I'm not gonna lie. On the model thing, on the little fake hand, the pink, it looked lovely. I have no idea what happened once.
And they also broke off in about 3 days.
No, and then after that, literally banged one off in the shower, and before you know it, they'd literally all lifted off. It was so bad. Anyway, look at them bad boys. Look at them bad boys. I just wanted to acknowledge the elephant in the room, which is these troughs that I have for fingers right now. I'm mortified, to the least, I would say. Anyway, what's your fucking rules and regulations? Is that a word? Nope.
Nope. You ain't getting
What's
rigmarole.
Rigmarole.
But I don't even know what that is either.
Don't know. Sounded like the best. Your eyebrows look great, by the way.
Thanks. It's
Holy
because she done them
shit.
last week.
Holy shit.
Aye, it's because you done them, because they're 10 times easier to fill in when you've done them. So
Aye. That one's
Anyway, what's happening with me?
They look great.
I know. Do you know what it was?
You always get that, but it's sisters, no twins.
Aye, like, maybe even adopted sisters at this point, to be honest.
But they look good, like individually and independently. Both of them look stunning.
I like how this started as a compliment and the bitches just stared at me for the next minute and decided to take her compliment back.
I really apologise. I just like pure sniffed right in that bloody microphone there. I've got off a hay fever today. I don't know what's going on. I need to wax my nostrils as well. They're so hairy.
Surely that can't help, but we must just sniff in more, because then
Don't
the
know, it
bogies will be
feels
running
better
down.
though. I know, but my nose is just fucked in general. I'm gagging for a nose job. So anyway, what else? Sorry, your rigmaroles for the week. What is that, Ocean?
I don't even know what has been happening. Oh, honestly, I can't even think it. Just been working all the time.
Southstandclothing.com. She's on it.
Yep,
Like a fucking card on it.
southstandclothing.com. It also means that I've been making my other YouTube videos for like about football stuff. So
I know.
been very busy. And
Ocean
then
now
working.
split her time between multiple YouTube channels, and she's wearing thin. Apparently, that's how I've wanted to be here every single week. Ocean Lee's just been that.
Do not
busy
let
and
her
booked
fool
out.
you. Where was this bitch last Tuesday? Cough cyber. No day the podcast. That's for sure.
Anyway, on to the first topic of the first segment of the week. It's Agatha Christie. Right, so for Agatha Christie this week, obviously there's been a lot going on the internet this week.
Guys, there's been lots going on that we're purposely ignoring, right? So see if you're expecting.
We
to
know
hear
there's
about it.
elephants in the room. We're not talking about it. We already know my feelings. Go and check my repost on TikTok. When I'm very straight in my feelings, but this podcast, I just feel like, is about the good goss and about having a laugh. This is
And I'm
the
just
escape
not
from
bringing the
reality.
attention
I'm
to
not bringing
some of
that.
the bad that's going on in the world right now. So
So
no
we're on a
happening.
different drama, right? Mollie Mae. Mollie Mae, bitch. That's who we're on to. So, do you know how she had that documentary on Amazon? Did you see that behind it all?
Aye, I know, but it's not something I'm going to watch. But I
It
know
wasn't
it's
something I watched either, right? But for instance, there's been a lot of drama on the internet because the NTAs were this week the National Television Awards. Yay! Which, I mean, in all fairness, no shade to the National Television Awards. In fact, no, do you know what? I'll actually take back what I was about to say before I even said it. Actually, everybody's outfits and all that. I've seen many a TikTok from all sorts of people from all sorts of neck of the woods that I feel like, where's my invitation to the NTAs at this point? Looked great. Everybody looked fabulous who was there. But so she's up for so her it's called a docu-series. I don't know what it is. See, in the UK, they've got this weird thing where like they don't want to admit they're doing a reality TV show. Like I don't know what it is. They call it a docu-series every time. Basically, a
You're right
docu-series
enough,
means that
aye.
nobody's getting paid apart from like, do you know what I mean, Molly Mae, obviously, because I don't know why, like America reality TV, Australia reality TV, like for instance,
Maybe it's because reality TV there is still some level of scripting or like setting up the narrative.
no, but apparently, so I'll give you the tea. So see how when I got asked to do this show, like just briefly, from the BBC, oh my god, it's this one, the agency or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the one that's the agency in Scotland, right? Anyway, obviously I was in Australia. I was like, totally, what's the gig? Do you know what I mean? I was like watching it, and I'm like, oh, this is like a reality show. But then I was on the phone to the women, like one of the producers, and I'm sorry for like baiting you out for this, like she was telling me the goss, but she's like, oh no, it's not called a reality show, like we can't do that in the UK, we call it a docu-series. Or like with the BBC, you couldn't do it, it had to be called a docu-series. Which basically meant that nobody's getting paid, right? Which I actually just think is crazy because at the end of the day, you're making a TV show. Like you're making a TV show, you're blasting it all over how great views. I mean, they're getting a couple of million views per season, right? No shade.
Nobody's getting paid.
Why is nobody getting paid? So that was my first thing. I just obviously said I was like, listen,
You can't pay me. I can't fly back to Scotland. Like,
not even if you can't pay me, I can't fly back to Scotland. I think they did end up just saying no because, like, really, when I watched the show back, I was not the vibe for that show. Like, I was not.
and also, that was not how they. When we watched the show, sorry, just to
It
go
was
on a pure
not
tangent,
sold the way it was sold
that
to
was
me.
not
That's
what it was made out to be. So
that is not what it was made out to be. Like, when
actually,
you watched
God
it,
bless anyone that showed up and
No,
got that experience.
but do you know what? Shout out to a girl called Liv or Liv Purcell or Olivia. I don't know if you say Olivia or Liv. Bitch, you know who I'm talking about, but because me and her are friends on Instagram, she is great. Aston done her nails.
Yeah, no, I know.
She
Actually,
is
remember.
great, right? She was on the show, right?
So I wonder if she thought that's what it was going to be.
Aye, too right. She was here thinking that because she's on the show and sure she's like, I'm not here to be an influencer. Like, she's here to like promote her brand, Delulu. Great fashion brand, by the way. I say to her, I need to actually go actually. Need to have a look, see what she's got going on up there, by the way, because her outfits are always stunning on the internet, right? But I feel like she was very much sold a different vibe to because she was like, oh, hold on a minute. And then they pure play it like it's the drama, which to be fair, I mean, good for them. Like the drama was definitely executed well on the show.
I know
But
you'd have
that-
been raging
that-
if you flew home.
That
For
is a reality TV show, darling. That is not a docu-series. It's a reality TV show. There's drama. You've like no shade told folk different things so that folk are, do you know what I mean? Folk are coming in a certain way.
See, if
Anyway.
you'd have went home for that, you'd have phoned me and went, "What the fuck was I just on?" Because that is not how they were telling me it.
I know, and folk get eliminated and all that. Imagine I got there and get eliminated the first week. I'd have been raging. Imagine. Anyway, everything happens for a reason. So glad. But don't know why. What
Don't-
was the reason?
We're talking about Molly Mae docu-series and how they can't
Oh,
call it a reality TV show.
So that's that. Oh my god, do you know what I mean? My head's everywhere. So anyway, basically the controversy lies in the fact of she's got this so what was it she was up for? Hold on. So she was nominated for author documentary category, right?
Mhm.
But basically, she's obviously a massive fan base and it is a public vote that wins, right? So it's like public votes to get it. So she's obviously won it. She's went up, no got to lie, and she did say, see when you're watching the videos, it's well awkward because you're like, oh my god, like, I don't think people are like, the people in the audience and that are like fuming, right? What the hell was happening? Because at this point, I have no clue because I'm like, she was just won it. Why are people?
So it was a
raging?
category, sorry.
The category was authored documentary category for best authored documentary category.
What does authored documentary mean?
I have no idea.
What the fuck does that mean?
Basically, it was a reality TV
Ask your
show.
pal.
I'm asking him a minute. We already know what it is. It was a reality TV show. They've tried to make it into a documentary, right? That is exactly what it
Authored
is.
documentary.
No
Whatever
shade,
that
Molly Mae.
means.
Good for your head. And this is no abash to Molly Mae at all. I'm just stating the facts of what's happened. But people are then commit pure fuming and raging because the other nominees of the in the category.
Read them out.
So Rob Burrow was one. So there's only one Rob Burrow, which is a documentary about his final battle with motor neuron disease. It was released around the time of his illness and after his passing. Many saw it deeply moving and inspirational. That's what ChatGPT. I never seen that in I've not seen any of these, but a lot more emotionally
A worthy
turmoil.
cause, maybe.
Maybe a worthy cause, yes. The next one there was Amy Dowden. It's Cancer in Me. Another one, do you know what I mean? Emotional journey of battle with health, the lot. Sorry.
What are you going to laugh at?
The last nominees were Boyzone. Boyzone documentary, right? About their band and all that. And then there was a Freddie Flintoff, which is about pop. I don't really know. Basically,
What is he? Is he some sort of athlete or Olympian or something?
some guy anyway. So as we can see, I mean, obviously apart from Boyzone, right? No shade to Boyzone. Obviously, not really deeply moving story, just more of a success story, which equally well done. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that's the same as gig as Molly Mae, really.
So obviously Rob Burrow's family was there, like his wife and kids and all that. And obviously I think people were just fuming that why he never won. But I just feel like it's a kind of double standard. People are like, why did they no win? Why did they no win? Why did you no vote? Like,
I suppose so.
obviously, horrific, so sad the guy lost his life. Great documentary, needs to have more thing. As soon as Molly Mae got on that stage, but she immediately is like, I feel like Rob Burrow's inspiration story was so inspiring. She really talks about it.
I feel bad for Molly Mae, right? Because I feel like this keeps happening.
She catches left, right.
She catches strays, and sometimes she's like, "Troops, see if you've never said it, I wouldn't have said it." Like,
I do think the PR around her, because she is massive, and then you watch her Instagram and she like her Instagram posting that she's just living her life, doing her ads, living her best life. You know what I mean? Her and Tommy and the Wayne, and I feel like a lot of this that comes out in the media and it's all hate towards Molly. No, that I'm saying they definitely are, like these media are independently writing a bunch of it, but I feel like it's also good publicity wise. Any publicity is good publicity. I feel like she's just probably been used to years good, bad, doesn't matter publicity. That I feel like there'll be a machine that's definitely doing the work to make sure, because it's everywhere.
yeah, I suppose she does have an actual PR machine
Do you know
around
what
her,
I
doesn't
mean?
she?
Listen, we don't know about PR machines, but I'm just conspiracizing here. Is
Conspiracizing?
that word?
I think so, but good job.
Is that
I think so, eh?
chuffed? Chuffed to bits. I just thought, God, that's a bit bloody brutal. Do you know what I mean? So everybody's going off that. Another wee bit of Molly Mae gossip, which I just think is fucking like.
Sorry, can we talk about Tommy? No. Elbowing people at the Great North Front. What are you catching elbow? You get one day.
One time, Tommy, one time's an accident, son. You have got a fine habit. A fine habit, doll. A fucking. Oh, then you've got me joking. You've got a fine habit, Tommy boy.
I'm fucking doing people in the finish line.
I double your age as well. At the end of the line, was it really that deep, my man? I mean, I've never seen nothing like it. No, but then also I just think it's so funny, right?
Every time it happens, people just look for it now because it keeps on doing it.
Obviously, Molly vlogs her life too. Do you know what I mean? And she's got the kid, but obviously, do you know what I mean? It's so funny because I've seen crazy Waynes before, like crazy kids that are like get that thing released.
For people
you know
that have half the access to care,
the ability to vlog and have this Wayne, like I obviously don't know this Wayne. I don't know what the kid's like in normal life, but just from the view, the kid's just kind of like normal kid vibe, right? But obviously, I just think Molly's little English accent and the way she's like, "Oh, gee willikers," like she's like, she's shook, and then that wee Bambi is sitting there going, "Oh," she put explaining to her mum in detail who she's going to bite next. So folk are actually on the vlog. So all these vlog clips are just viral all over, and it's like Bambi's like, "I'm going to bite Penelope tomorrow," and then Molly's like, "No, we don't use our mouth to bite. We use our mouth to eat." And I'm like, "No way." So all the comments, which I just was like screaming,
mate, you know, find out what her nickname would be in Scotland.
But
obviously Bambi. She'd have Bam.
Aye. Well, wee Bambi is out biting, so they've called her Bambi Biter Fury. The Bambi the Biter. Bambi the Biter. I can't wait for her boxing debut. That will be a signature move. Right on the side. Nosh.
So much this podcast is just unusable for me, just in hysterics at you.
Oh.
That's honestly.
And then my next gag is the Christie of the
Sorry,
week.
no, just God bless people, right? Because obviously, people that can even understand this in this podcast that are obviously probably Scottish are just really in tune with the Scottish culture. But see, being so far away removed from people with her accent, see if you were being a bam in Scotland, there's no way. If you're going to that, Mum, I'm just going to bite fucking Calvin next. There's no way your mum's just going,
And
no,
you're not getting away with it in a
we
Scottish
don't
accent.
use a mouse to bite, we
Aye.
use a mouse to eat. Your mum's going, who the fuck are you talking? Who are you
And-
biting?
Hey, if that was us, our mum would be like, I'm fucking telling you.
You bite
You're not
him.
biting nobody.
You bite him, I'll bite you.
Aye. You bite me, I'll bite you. That's what she would have said. Right. No. Iconic
Sorry,
UK
it's just-
behaviour, right? Iconic. I thought brilliant, the whole thing. Obviously, Rob Burrows definitely should have won the award. The viewers that loved his thing should have definitely voted harder. I'm so sorry. Who's winning up? Nobody's winning nothing against Molly Mae and the Mini Maes. What's her fan base called?
Let's have a think.
Mini Maes. That's what they're called.
Mollytons, Mollies, what are they called?
The Mayhamids, the Mayhamid Alis,
The Mayhems,
the Mayhems. Right. Anyway, the Mayhems. I mean, they're
the
in there
Maybe
voting.
Babies.
So they've all voted. I seen all these comments of these young girls and they're like, I voted, I voted, I voted. I'm like, oh shit, don't be getting out yourself, man, because the other people.
Oh, maybe we'll finally get some hate on this podcast
No.
and get some views.
But on to bigger and better news, and off of that. Miss Katie Price, we were talking about her last week, right? The Queen herself, she's only gotten herself to #1 in the charts, mate.
What? Katie Price.
Her song got to #1.
What is her song?
What? Have you never?
Sis, I'm not meaning to be cheeky here, but last time I seen her performance, she was at Butlins.
Hell, 2 seconds. No, it's I Know. She came out with it in like 2017. It's like a pure.
We'll obviously have to cut this out because we got copyrighted.
No, we'll play it.
Play we clip it.
Wait, how did you get it up? It was Oh, I Got You. It's called. Sorry, I thought it was called I Know. We're gonna have to cut this out, guys. Listen to my song instead. I'll play my music right now.
That's what we'll do. We'll play your tune instead.
No. You know what I'm saying on the GK Barry? This is such a song that I would do.
Put the chorus on. Why is it #1 now?
Why is it #1 now? Because the Katie Price fandom fucking were here to show Peter Andre what's up. They said, "Oh, do you want to mess with the Queen? Do you want to mess with bow down for the motherfucking Queen?"
What, so they're having a #1 off?
There's no #1 off. Peter Andre's got his #1 was about 40 years ago.
Aye, well, he's got one. Mysterious Girl, surely. That was #1.
And now Katie Price is top charting right now. She's about to bust out another one. She's been in the studio. She's like, she is our. No, I'm sorry. Katie Price walked so Natalie Nunn could run. I'm telling you
That
right
is
now.
so true.
That is at 30. Never
Katie
gave a
Price
motherfucking
walks
fuck.
and Natalie Nunn can run.
No, she never gave one fuck about nothing. And do you know what? I respect it. One thing about Katie, she's always coming in for the bag. What I don't understand is, I'm all for plastic surgery. I'm here for that. I just wonder what's happened. Like, I'm not even saying this because it's quite nasty. It's not nasty. It's just everybody. Do you know what? This is a safe space, guys. We're no gossiping. See, if Katie was here, I'd ask her herself. She's got like wee bit, like as if like I think she's maybe lifted up so much here that there's like no hair. Like there's no hair. Like
I actually
Right.
did see that, but maybe that's just where they cut it or something to the surgery.
I think that is just. I think she's just been ultra snatched. Like I think she just
Mhm.
took it right back. You know what I mean? But good for her. See if she likes it. Good for fucking
Guys,
her.
honestly, you'll not find somebody that's a bigger supporter of Katie Price than BB Amadeus.
Honestly, good for her. I just think, you know what? You've got to do what you've got to do sometimes. So anyway, good for her, Katie Price. You're fucking rocking it. You're living it up. Rogue Reddit, by the way, this is my like low-key favourite thing to do. I love hearing stories and drama of people I have no idea about. Never met them before in my life. It's my favourite thing, to be honest, because it really feels like
Gossip in the true sense.
Gossip in the true sense, and it harms no one.
You uploaded this, so we get to talk about it.
You uploaded this, thank you. Ocean hit us with that.
Okay,
I'm
so
excited.
here is the am I the asshole for the week, right? I have 2 kids. They're now 14 and 16. I've had 50-50 since I got divorced up until a few months ago. 4 years ago, my ex-wife got remarried and her husband advised her to start a custody dispute. I spent $165,000.
But do they want the kids more?
I have no idea. I spent $165,000, basically my life savings, fighting for 4 years. For the record, my ex-wife's father is wealthy and paid for all her legal fees, and this comes into play later. The older child told the court-appointed therapist, I want to live with my mum and only see my dad every other weekend. The younger one said that they wanted to do 50-50. The younger one then changed her mind and said, oh, maybe 70-30 with my mum. I just want the court stuff to be over. I went to trial. My attorney fought like hell, but the judge said, given the children's age, their preference will take precedent and we won't split them up as it will break their sibling bond. Well, my wife and I have been planning some travel with her friends, her sister and their husband. It concludes 9 days in Spain and France. They picked the dates, we got the tickets, the kids found out about it and have been asking, we want to go, why can't we go? I told my children, this is something that we planned, we saved for. They asked if it was an adults only trip. I told them it was not and that their 15-year-old cousin was coming. They said it's not fair and we couldn't take them as they know we couldn't afford it. They said it was not fair we couldn't take them as they know we could afford it and that it would be their only chance to travel internationally. I told them, you're young adults now. You chose to spend the majority of your time with your mother and you got what you wanted. But choices have consequences. One of them is that you don't get to join me on things like this. They're both very upset and the younger one said, you're just mad we have more fun at mum's house. I'm afraid I'm being an asshole here. I'm happy to be wrong, but my gut is telling me what I'm doing is fair.
Oh, there's too much to digest. Right, first of all, First of all, who are they in the fucking right mind? See if you've got 50-50 with your kids, right? Obviously, love your kids not to bits. Who in the right mind's wanting the kids more? Let's be for real.
Yeah, I also don't understand
that
the whole
odd.
custody battle thing. Like,
Who wants? Usually, you're in a custody battle because the dad doesn't want to take the bulls.
I know, that's what I don't understand.
Like what?
If they're fine, then what's the point?
I feel like there's some inner vengeance against that from the ex.
But there's
and all
always
that.
something missing in these things. Like, this is
Always
all
something missing.
perspective. Like, they'll go, oh, I love my kids and blah, 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 and I've tried to, but, and like, I'm sure they have, but there might also be a case of, all right, dad, but we come to your bit and we've got we need to share a bedroom that's got nothing in it and blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
not
actual.
the same lifestyle as what mum's house does.
Aye, so
That
it's
is
not
fair.
even necessarily that I don't believe the guy straight away. Like, that's not it at all. I'm just saying there's usually something a wee bit more to this. What I wonder though is why is it the man, like the ex-wife's new man saying let's start a custody battle? Like, I
That's
don't
what
get that.
Get what's the battle of that, and what I'm thinking as well is the whole situation. So you're telling me that you're in a custody battle. You were happy to have your kids 50-50. Your kids are saying, "Yeah, right, we want to be at mum 70-30." The other one's no bothered, right?
Mhm.
The other one's
They are also 14 and 16, are they not? Is that not what he said?
I 14.
That's
16.
like,
That's becoming of age type of material.
for me, we obviously, like, guys, bit of context, we also grew up in a split custody household where we stayed at our dad's at the weekend. And then when I grew up playing football, we would stay at dad's during the week, but the weeknight changed, whether it be
Aye.
like Wednesday, I was playing
I
football
think,
and stuff like that.
I think
And
it
that
is
was
hurtful.
fine and
See,
that
at the end of
worked.
the day, like, know that we resent it now, but like nobody resent it now, right? But when we were younger, right, there was occasions where my dad
We
and,
stayed in a different town as
like,
well.
I was
Like, my dad stayed in a different town, so
but-
all of our school friends and stuff that might have been going out at the weekends, creating all these extra bonds and stuff, we never really got
What I'm
to
more talking
join
about-
into
I'm
from
more
my
talking
point.
about we did miss out a lot on that thing. I feel like everybody else where we came from was so like because our school and that was at mum's house, but at the weekends we were away in Irvine. It was like different vibe because it wasn't necessarily like you're just going to come all the way back over. Like if it,
My
as a
dad
kid,
wasn't
it
going to
like-
go and drive us over to go and play with mates to then pick us up and drive us back to where he
It was
stayed.
like no
and-
point. But then also I feel like there is the same thing with the vacations thing and like the holidays because there would be times when we were younger where my dad and my stepmom and my little brother would get to go and do things and then we would miss out. And then the same time as well because every weekend we were at my dad's house, my mum and my stepdad and my little sister on that side, they would always be doing things as well. So you would miss out you would just miss out on things constantly because how as a parent, right? Are you meant to win in that sense? Like, also the
There's
kid
no
that you've
real
got is
perfect way to go about
the kid
it.
that you've got at that time's not supposed to do it. like is not supposed to do anything because you can't bring the other kids. Like seems a bit unfair. But with that guy, what he's saying there with the 50-50 thing. So you wanted your kids 50-50. You've no got the kids 50-50 now, but then you're taking time to go on these holidays and that.
I would think
As a father, would you know be like that? Well, I'm going to make sure I have my kids
that's
extra that time
perfect time to take to get the extra
because
time
I
made
wanted
up.
them more. I wanted them more. And it's like at the end of the day, your kids are 14, 16. If they don't want to hang about with you, it's not necessarily on the fact if you're a shit dad or whatever.
I think it's
They're
just kind of
14,
their
16.
age.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's just kind of that age where you don't really want to be logging back and forth all the time. And
Aye.
it's like it's a bit of a tricky one because like the kids are growing up, they are starting to grow up at that age. And then I remember our older brother, he probably stopped coming over to dad's house when he was like 13 or something like that because he was just out with his mates by that point. Like he was away doing things, but I don't know. I felt too bad that I wouldn't have ever said, "Oh, I'm not coming over because I'm doing this and that."
Yeah.
Like it took definitely until we were older to start going right. All right, we can't actually come over every weekend here because we're never doing anything. With
Or I
anyone.
was kind of over more because I worked every weekend in the salon, and the salon was in Irvine, so I feel like that's probably what was coming, like happening more. But at the same time, when I started drinking and actually going out and all that, like 16, 17, 18, like it was all happening at the weekend over in Saltcoats and that. So naturally, you're just like making your way back over there.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like my dad ever got hurt feelings by that. I feel like it was just more so like
A
sad,
kind
the
of
fact
natural progression.
a natural sadness because your kids are growing up type of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But then in other situations, then you start moving on and you do different things to like make up for the fact.
But
you
I
don't see each
also
other.
feel like in this Reddit,
I feel like he's
the
been a bit
guy
of a
started
prick.
the guy started off with great intentions of
I
well,
started
I
off
used to
liking
have
him.
I used to have my kids 50-50. I've spent all these money trying to have them 50-50, but now that you've chosen
Pure me, Pish.
no, well, let me finish.
Sorry.
Now that you've chose your side, fuck you. I was going to go on my holidays without you. If he was a little bit spiteful, like you say, you made your bed lie in it, but it's not your pal, it's your kid. Like I feel like you have to remind a lot of parents about this. That it's not your mate, it's your kid.
And you're like, oh, I'm
So-
teaching them something. It's like you need to teach them if you're wanting to show them the other way.
Teach them
You're
how
the
much you
person's
love
meant
them.
to teach them that. Like,
like
I mean, you're not there.
aye.
You're not there, bro. And then you wanted them 50-50, and then you've no got them 50-50 now. But then when you want to go on your fancy holidays with a wee cousin or whatever and act as if they're your kid, he's no there. So
The 50-50 no longer matters then. So
anyway, that was a rogue Reddit of the week, guys. Scandalous. Hopefully, at one point, this rogue Reddit will turn into like the community just giving us their actual dilemmas. That's what I would manifest.
I would
this to
love that.
happen. That is what will manifest indeed.
Well, I'm not really sure what section this would come under because it could be no happening news because that's serious news. That's reserved for actual things that are happening in the world.
What you're trying to tell me is you've missed your opportunity during Agatha Christie to
I
gag.
think we did miss the opportunity. We never
But
put it in the notes.
Sorry, we're opening up the floor space. Tell us what is that? What's your gossip? Come on, you know I love that.
We're opening up the floor space. Come on, tell me how
Oh,
it is.
the chicks are listening. We're listening. We're waiting.
Guys, have you seen all this stuff about Tom Skinner? So,
Oh, aye. So who is this guy?
right, Tom Skinner, you know him.
Back
he always
things up.
signs off his stuff, Bosh, right? No, the
What
big
the same with me with the boom?
Boom.
Boom.
I don't know why I keep saying boom. Right, I'll show you Tommy Skinner. You know him, like you 100% know him.
Sorry, I just feel like
Right there.
I feel like my camera.
Guys, we'll put a picture
Filming
up
high up.
on stage. On stage, we'll put a picture up on the page, obviously, of who Tom Skinner
on
is.
stage, bitch. Where check we are.
Do you know him? Right, so he's on Strictly Come Dancing
I'll need
this
like
year,
a
right?
video or something. I can't.
He was on Strictly Come Dancing this year. He was on The Apprenticeship years ago, but he's basically like he's always online. Like he's kind of became more known as an influencer because he's always online, like
Right.
positive vibes, positive this. I'm just a man who loves his family,
Right.
loves his kids, loves his wife. So I'm
Right.
setting the picture right. I've already showed you. And he not normally, he does absolutely sign off everything with the word bosh.
Bosh. Right, love it.
So
Is he a
he's like,
pig?
well, we'll get into it, but
Go on.
I just need to set the stage. So he's like, I miss the days down the markets when everyone used to know everyone. Everyone looked out for each other. No one got in trouble. Love your kids. Love your wife. I love my wife. Blah, blah, blah. Right? You know, it's bosh. I'm going to let you take one guess at the news that came out this week about Tom Skinner.
Is he a pedo?
No. Much focus less on the I love my kids and focus on the first half of that sentence.
Cheating his wife.
Freebie, like the
What a
guy's
full affair.
entire personality. Well, it gets better. The guy's entire personality, right, is about being family man with family values. He just loves his country, right? That's Tom Skinner. He's one of them lot that's
He's not a Reform Britain kind of guy, is he?
Mm.
Oh. Well,
He,
how good-
he was having
obviously
a
prick
he was
then.
having a barbecue with JD Vance, right? So just to sum up who he is, see, he's on Strictly Come Dancing this year, and then not
Why?
well, I don't know exactly why he's been allowed on Strictly Come Dancing. But basically, this woman's came out
What
and
is this
said
hooli- so
I
how
had-
does folk like that allowed on the TV, but I'm no?
he basically had a full affair with his wife 2 weeks after getting married to her. Not
Or
only
just like a shag or
no,
like an
right.
actual
So he
full
tried
affair?
to claim that it was just a shag, but I've got all the stuff that the lassie's been saying because it was all a full interview.
Oh, but she's
so
actually
he's
spilled
had
the
to do-
goss.
Aye, so he's had to do a news like thing and like apologise and blah blah blah.
Oh no.
So this is his thing. This is what Tom said, right? This is
Oh,
Tom's tweet.
jeepers. Right, okay, my mouth sealed.
Should I do the Tommy voice?
No. You go for it. You gotta laugh, but just say normal then.
My life ain't perfect. Far from it. I've made big mistakes. I've let people down and done things that I'll regret in my past.
Oh no.
The worst, the worst was what I'd done to my wife 3.5 years ago. One stupid moment I'll carry forever. And he talked normal because I can't stop doing that. It was nothing more and nothing less, despite what is being said. I told her straight away she had every right to leave me back then, but she forgave me, and that forgiveness has changed my life. Since then, we built a new home, had 2 more beautiful children, and moved forward together. We are stronger. My family is everything to me. It's what I do everything for. But I've noticed I've become a target. Every part of my life has been dragged out, even my family's. People around me have offered big money to sell stories, and I've noticed that I'm being portrayed as a public enemy #1. They're trying to break me and get me
You're no
cancelled.
public enemy number
And
one,
if
mate.
I'm
There's
honest-
plenty.
And if I'm honest, I'm not sure why. I know what it's like to be low and down on luck. It's a whole reason why I spread positivity online, because I know what rock bottom feels like. I've been there many times. I'm not some full-time celeb in a bubble. I still graft. I still do work. That's his always thing, right? He's always grafting. I'm up at 5:30.
What does he do?
Down the markets. Bear in mind, he's also been done for selling fake goods. Like,
Right, go away. How can you be down the markets? But what, so
oh,
he's a celeb?
flipping. No, he sells mattresses and like you know they talk about in
So he's selling mattresses, flipping markets, flipping and grafting down the markets, flipping things and all that. But then he's on Strictly Come Dancing too.
right. Aye.
Bosh.
I've
that's
taken
what
a battering online. Most of it, what's been said, isn't true. I've got thick skin, abuse, and death threats don't bother me. In fact, some lies make me laugh. But please leave my wife and kids alone. I did this to them by a silly moment of madness over 3 years ago. No one else. In my life, I've lost close friends, I've lost family, I've got mates doing life in prison, and yes, I've got extremely checkered past, more than most. I've never shied away from that. I've made mistakes, and if you dig, you'll find more. But there is... It must have been that hang sliding down. I've made mistakes, and if you dig, you'll find more. But here's the truth: most people have made mistakes. It's okay to own up to them. It's okay to talk about them, and people do deserve a second chance.
Jesus
At the
Christ,
end of
man. This guy's going on forever.
Mate, it's so long. Blah 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 blah. Bosh.
I'd
right?
like to TikTok for somebody to read that out to me.
Now let me go to my bookmarks and I'll get everything the lassie's been saying. So she said, "What the fuck are you on about? We never slept with each other once. We slept with each other for months and months. You told me you were
Oh,
going
so
to
was his
marry
wife
me."
talking? It's the
The person that you
mistress.
slept with. Mm-hmm.
The mistress.
Where do you find your fucking bookmarks? Right there. I'll just type in his name. I'm sure it'll come up.
Oh, I can't go over it. Right, so who's the girl that he was, who's the mistress? What's her name?
Well, I'll get all the info in one. Oh wait, look at the papers.
Strictly Tom, Maya, fair shame. No, guys, I will get this up on the screen
Screenshot.
right now. That is hilarious.
Oh, perfect. Here's a guy that's been pure doing hundreds of exposing online.
Oh my god, no, this is too much.
Her name's Amy Lucy.
See through his lies. So, yeah, this isn't about 15 minutes of fame. Wow, how am I going to get famous from this? Like, what? And this isn't about the money. I wasn't paid half as much as what I should have been paid for this. And no one knows the full story. The story's massive. Do you think it was in that paper? Are you mad? The story is insane. I've had to give receipts. I've had to show text messages, phone calls, voice notes, CCTV. The paper wouldn't just run a story. Like, they wouldn't just run a story. I've had
They would.
messages of me saying, I can't believe you've done this to me. I've proved it, right? They wouldn't just write a story unless I could prove it. So, yeah.
The papers definitely would run a story, but I definitely believe this girl has got the receipts, because I don't think you're not saying that with chest on the internet without having all the
So
receipts.
not only that, right? But he also this came out because a few weeks ago they were doing some sort of strictly like PR party, like the cast of Strictly was somewhat involved. Tom Skinner was reported as having stormed out after someone went to ask him a question, and he basically seen what was on her phone. So it's rumoured that what was on her phone was questions about this allegation, but he stormed off with the journalist's phone from the party.
With the journalist's phone.
So this is how this all started, with people looking into him.
Oh, so
and
this
what-
is the only reason how this actually came out, because he was losing his rag.
he was losing his rag, right? So here's some of the stuff.
Oh, no.
Here's some of the stuff that the woman's posted that he's basically said that he's been telling her, right? So she's posted like this kind of shit here, and like that's her and Tommy
Right, get
there,
it
like
read out.
pictures, right?
They'll be up on the screen, guys.
We'll put them up on the screen. I'll screenshot them now, actually, so I don't forget.
Bosh.
Bosh.
Absolute screen
So-
grabbed.
He told me Sinead was a traveller and was trapped in this sad relationship that made him turn into an alcoholic and a coke kid. And because he'd had a baby with her, he was stuck with her.
So
He s-
Sinead is the wife, to clarify.
Sinead is his wife, yeah, sorry.
And who was the
Sinead's-
woman called
Sinead's
again?
his current wife. And
I
the
don't like
woman's
current for long,
called,
honey.
I think she was called Ella Lucy or something. I'll get that up after so I don't lose these screenshots. But she said that he told me Sinead was a traveller and that was trapped in a sad relationship that made him turn into an alcoholic and a coke kid. And because he'd had a baby with her, he was stuck with her. He said she was a good girl and she was good to him, but they'd never been in love. He stuck with her in the relationship and they were just like friends and lived completely separate lives, and it was completely loveless. I swear on everything that I hold dear that he told me he'd never even loved her. Why on earth would I want to take someone else's man? He told me a sob story, made me feel sorry for him. He was out drinking and doing coke all the time, and
Oh my God.
I said that shit won't fly with me. If you want to be with me, you have to be normal and you can't be out all the time. And he said he wanted to start becoming healthy, eating healthy dinners, exercising, to live a normal life with me. And then when I say this man was obsessed with me, I've been love bombed before, but this was fucking different. I had absolutely no idea he was ever going to hurt me, let alone that everything that he was telling me was lies.
Oh
This
my
picture
God.
that's on the front page is less than 2 months after their wedding. We are out in central London. He has not got his wedding ring on. We had been to a meeting in the morning and then for lunch and dinner. Everywhere we went, we were holding hands and having a lovely day.
Oh
At this
my
point,
God.
he told me him and Sinead were separate and had separated amicably. He told me they had separated, and I was completely unaware that he was actually just fucking married and living a double life. He told me that he'd never felt the way he'd felt about me before, and he manipulated me. He's a liar and a narcissist.
Holy shit.
At the end of the day, this absolute troll convinced me that he loved me, and I saved him from his sad life. It made me think that I was in love with him. It absolutely broke my heart. Played fucked up mind games to the very end. You don't even know the half of what I went through.
Holy
It's
shit.
100% affected me in relationships. Dating is hard enough in this day and age, let alone now. How am I supposed to believe anything that a man says? So tell me why I should keep quiet and watch him on a family BBC show bang on about how much he loves his family and what a family man he is. The public deserve to know the real him. I won't be explaining myself any further. And then this was basically, she put a picture up and said, this was a Monday, and on the Saturday just gone, he'd been at a wedding with Sinead and his family and friends playing Happy Families, basically.
No, by the way, you were holding on to a bad boy piece of information
A
there.
bad boy. I completely forgot to
Holy
tell you all
shit,
this.
by the way.
I know. Oh, wait, sorry. So here's the papers, right? So,
That is current wife. That is fake wife.
right. So I want to read you some of the bits that's in this paper because this is what I read earlier as well. So this is part of the paper, like clippings, basically. She says that's why he was out drinking all the time. He said he would rather sit in an old man's pub than go back there. Why else would I have said I'd fallen for him? He made me feel genuinely sorry for him and made me believe that he'd changed his life for the better. Whilst Thomas was out taking her out for lavish dinners and promising her the world, she says she neglected her business. He made me feel like we were in a love bubble and demanded all my time. He made me cancel hair appointments just to be with him. Reassured me that I didn't need to work full time, so I was able to spend most of my time with him. Minutes after leaving, he would phone me to tell me how much he missed me and loved me. He would even get me to sit in the garden furniture shop in Lakeside Shopping Centre just because he wanted to see me. He took me to his favourite little restaurant in Soho. He was friendly with the staff owners and introduced me as his girlfriend and was kissing and cuddling me in front of them all. be
The
a
way this man is publicly on the internet just married his wife and he's
Yeah,
walking about
yeah.
going, this is my girlfriend.
that's in Soho and all that.
No,
We were
no, it's too much, Oceanly. It's actually too
confessing
much.
his undying love. Basically, that he'd wanted to move in with her. He was getting a flat so that he could live part time with her and part time in his flat and all that. He always he was married. All this he'd been married for 2 weeks.
I have no motherfucking words, by
But
the way.
yeah, again, it's one of these people that they're loudest people in your face on social media that love their family and love their country and this and that. These are the men. They're always these types of men.
Guys, honestly, she's right. Because I can't even say what I want to say.
Do you
because
remember
the
that guy
internet would
about the
actually
Try
be shit.
Guys? Like
I will write a book one day. I'm telling you now. I will write a book one day
exposing you motherfuckers.
with the receipts, with the proof, with the timeline, with the. I swear on everything that I've got. And if I die before I write it, Oceanly knows. So she'll write it.
Right, well, let's wrap
Anyway.
this up with what's on the telly.
On the telly, on the telly, what have we been watching on the telly? Well, no, obviously you know, right? First and foremost, we are Bravo diehards in this bitch. Hey you, we are, like, if you need me to Oceanly at any event,
Guys, we'll present in it.
like, we'll
He's a
literally,
chance.
we'll literally add, we'll clean the windows at the Hey You office, like, whatever you want us today. And also, I also know how to do a tiny bit of website stuff. We will update that website for you, no problem. I'm telling you now. But anyway, we're on to our favourite. Real Housewives of London has just,
it's
it's
the most
really-
housewifey housewives.
listen, the thing is, when it comes to it, so with the rest of the world and every other TV show we watch, right, guys, especially in this climate, we hate seeing, it's too much to see folk that are rubbing it in your face how filthy rich they are. In every other scenario, right?
But that is not what you watch
But
housewives
the
for.
one place we reserve absolute flaunting wealth, crazy bitches is for the Real House. That, I never made the rules. I did not make the rules. That is the rules.
Eat the rich, accept the housewives.
Eat the rich, accept the cast of the Housewives, right? Because I'm telling you now, what have we've just caught up in the last 2 episodes before
Oh
we came
yeah,
on
before
here.
we started the podcast, we watched the latest 2 episodes of Real Housewives of London.
See
And
it first, right? I just didn't first see before, take it back before the show even came about and it was all teased and all that and it was all coming out and we found out the cast and all that. I really was apprehensive thinking to myself, is this going to give, like, please don't embarrass us, like, is this going to give? Because you just never know sometimes. And I
Mhm.
think as well, in this day and age, you're just not really getting, like, back in the day, like, they just used to bust out prime season after prime season, like Atlanta, New York, like, you know what I mean? The list goes on. They were actually smoking hot and fire. The tiles were actually on fire.
smoking hot fire and tiles.
Everything was on fire because of how shit hot Real Housewives was over the globe everywhere. But really, the London cast has just actually blown me out the water. So we'll go through. So the cast of Real Housewives of London has been nothing short of fabulous. Right, we're loving it. Let's go through the cast and give our honest opinions. And now this is up to what we've just watched. That was episode 5 we got to. That's episode 5. So first we've got Amanda. Which? You know who
I
Amanda-
will always need to show me pictures because I'll always get confused. I need a visual, darling. Oh, I definitely know who Amanda is, so.
Right, so first and foremost, we've got Amanda. Now, so off the bat, Amanda.
B doesn't
I
know
just
what to
feel
say
so
because Amanda's
twisted.
been liking her TikToks.
No.
That's the truth. She doesn't know what to say because
She likes
Amanda's,
it.
she's been loving her
Amanda, babe.
TikToks.
No, because it's like I'm like gagged. I'm gagged. Right.
Guys, I'll say what she will, no, right? The first 4 episodes, Amanda's been class. In that last episode, she brought out the claws, and I know that's what B wants to say.
That is exactly what I wanted
She
to
brought
say.
out the claws in that last episode.
I didn't even know how to compute that there because I was thinking to myself, Amanda, what's my words for you, darling?
Aye, because she knows she's watching.
Listen, babe, I love you, and we need to see what happens the rest of this season. Were you just holding in the drama? Like, were you just saying, "Oh, I'm not into the drama"? First 4 episodes, Miss Amanda.
I don't
Cronin.
give in to gossip.
Miss Amanda Cronin. Because at first, I just was like, I'm still obsessed. Let's just break it down to that. I'm still obsessed. I'm just shocked, right? I'm just shocked. She was given such. She actually does not give a fuck.
Bruh,
at
she just
all.
actually
She does
slagged
not
this girl
care
off.
at all about any of them, and I love that about her for all those first 4 episodes. Then Miss Julie Angus, Miss American Queen herself,
I thought she was so lovely.
she was from Ladies of London. That poor girl came in, and I'm no joking you. Amanda took the sniper out and sniped her. Like
Poo-poo.
I didn't think little English ladies got down like that. She was nasty, nasty. So backstory: these two, right? Brings out. So I love the production as well because the production likes to expose it all. Because
They're
Amanda's sitting
so
there going,
sneaky.
"No, my best friend. You're not my best friend. We were never best friends. You're lying. You're lying." And then Amanda starts going, "Oh no, sorry. You only actually ever came to my house when you're borrowing clothes." The shade of it all, the absolute shade of it all, would put Drag Race to fucking shame with the amount. These women, like, do you know what the thing is? See, when you watch Baddies, those lasses on No Shade, those women, like, when they argue, it's all like, it's all that,
Nah,
right?
production just literally put
No,
pictures
it's
up
not
on
even
screen.
that. It's like when you watch Baddies, they just like, it's all rat-a-ta-ta, fight, 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 fight. These women sit with not a hair out of place, don't even move, nothing on them moves, like a plastic doll. They sit there, right, and just say the worst things to each other. Like, genuinely say, like, there's no point. You wouldn't see people like that don't need to fight because see the words that came out, you ended me.
Cutting words.
You're actually sitting there. That Juliet went for, yeah, man, rat-a-ta-ta, to just like, not a word to say. Like, gagged. Then she stood up, was arguing back with her. She obviously must have composed her thoughts and then was like, I'm not letting this little English lady take the piss out of me. She gained her inner baddie. she commanded her inner Natalie Nunn and bounced up off that table. But see the background, you can see like people sitting there, and the people who are sitting there are actually gagged, like gagged.
But what
Anyway,
B was saying before the tangent was she was gobsmacked because production literally put pictures up. So she's going, we were never friends. I don't know you. You never came to my house. Meanwhile, production's putting pictures up of them all having like family Christmases together, like her kids and their kids and wives and husbands.
I know, and shade as well because Amanda talks about the clothes and like you only care about me about my clothes and my wardrobe. But then see before that, couple of minutes before that, Juliet's in the house with her daughter, and her daughter starts talking about Amanda. What does she mention? How amazing her wardrobe is. I thought, oh god, Dave Deffo's done that on purpose, shady bastards. You shady, shady buggers. Anyway, moving on to the next housewife is Nessie. So that's that girl there.
Yeah, no, I thought it was.
Nosy,
I think she's
Welsh
actually
thing.
so well put together and
She's
so polite.
so well put together, polite lady. But can get down in the drama. But she's just good at like composing herself. I feel like when production casts these people, they always cast. There's always that one person. She is just that
She
one
dips
person.
her toe in the drama, but she's able to handle it all.
But she's just very just a little beacon of light. Not too much to say on her yet. I would say, guys. I feel like she is one of those people that like you would have to be in a couple of seasons to really get to know. I feel like, but we'll find out. We're only 5 episodes in. Next, we have Juliet. Juliet's Australian, right? So, what do we think about Juliet these last few episodes?
I actually think she's been sound.
I
quite
like her.
I think
She gives me Kylie Minogue vibes.
probably the Australian part, to be fair.
No,
but I
actually
think
looks
it's,
like a bit big eyes, blonde short
and
hair.
I think I don't know, maybe because we obviously have lived in Australia for so long now, she feels like somebody we would know. Do you get me?
She's dead nice. I think she's been really lovely. You can pure tell like when she's code switching up that accent because like sometimes in her confessional she's talking dead Aussie. She's like, "God, I might," right, like to the max. But then do you know when she's like walking through the little posh old lady shops that are like, do you know those shops that you like? They sit there little, and you just think, oh, it's gonna be dead cheap, and it's like £1,000 for a spoon, or what I mean, like one of those crazy ones, like teacups at £1,000.
$860 for a bar of chocolate.
Aye, all that type of thing. And she's in there and she's like, oh, good day, madam, good day. And I'm like, where did the Australian accent go, babe? But I do understand that because, let's be real here, the way I talk on this podcast and, well, try my best to talk posh.
Yeah, I do not talk like this in person to Aussies.
You would never understand. Aye, well, that's the thing. Like, really enjoy her. I feel like Panthea, we'll get on to Panthea in a minute because
Let's actually get on to Panthea.
Yeah, let's go on to her. Well, we've got Karen first.
We'll come back
because
to Karen.
Karen's interlude in the Panthea drama.
Well, Karen gobsmacked me in that last episode as well because I had one opinion of Karen and then that happened. I'm like,
I cannot. So all the ladies sit down. So first of all, what happens is when they all get to the castle, they're all away in this fancy castle retreat. not actually 100% sure if one of them owns the castle or they've rented it out. Beautiful big castle anyway. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous wee castle to
They're
take
filling up
yourselves
to the
to.
castle, but and then Panthea, I just feel like we obviously again we're seeing this perspective of these.
We'll
people.
put pictures up of these people in case anyone hasn't watched.
Yeah, Panthea comes on and just I feel like honestly, guys, she's doing too much. Let's be real here. She is doing the most. I think they've casted her and she has
To be
understood the
specifically
assignment,
drama.
like too much. I feel like her she was in the van on the way into this castle and then she's like given these directions to Karen about bloody like or insinuations, sorry, of like, oh you're not really a lady, this, that and the next thing. And it was just like pure given racism. Like I'm like, what do you mean she's
It
not,
was given a little bit
you have
subtle
no
racism,
idea, you've
wasn't
just
it?
met this woman not that long ago. She's rich the house down as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
You'll
Flying
know,
on-
guys, if anyone's watched The Real Housewives of Cheshire, you'll definitely know
Yeah.
Karen because she's featured in it
Is it-
with
is it,
Lissa, is she called?
Lystra.
Lystra,
She's
that's
Lystra's
it.
friend, and she's on a private jet and all that. Like, she's living her best life, and it just felt very like, whoa, what are you even saying that for? Right? Actually, shook to my core. I was like, yuck. How she
Mhm.
actually just said
Well,
that.
actually, the exact words that came out of her mouth was the exact words that came out of Panthea's mouth was, I've spoke to people in Guernsey. They don't think that you're of my class.
No, Jersey.
Oh,
She's from Jersey.
Is it
Island.
Jersey, not
Aye.
Guernsey? Sorry, I spoke to people in Jersey. They don't think you're of my class. They don't think you're of my caliber.
And this is when we know this is not baddies because she would have had her wig snatched off her head. Like,
yeah,
what?
different show.
Who even says that gag? They all walk in. That poor Nessie's playing the piano, try to bloody, do you know what I mean, set a bit of ambience which has never been set.
Give elegance.
And then they're all sit, and then it just gets to, yeah, there's just horrible.
So basically, Panthea's going in and in and right, and then Panthea and Karen have fell out. Next episode, Panthea,
Canthea.
Panthea and Karen go for a walk, settle the differences apparently, and then when they come back into the room that all the girls were having lunch in, none
just
of
felt a bit
the
awkward.
girls are really best impressed with the fact that they're suddenly best mates again because
Amanda doesn't care.
yeah,
She
they'd
does not care
caused
about
so
anything.
much drama the night before as well that it felt a bit off. So anyway, then the next night, Panthea doesn't come out to dinner, and all
No,
the other.
Panthea has to leave because she's going to meet the royal family.
Oh, sorry,
That's where she
I
was going.
clearly missed that sentence. But Panthea had to leave, right, because she's apparently going to meet the royal family. And so basically, Karen just decides that she's going to go and just bait out all of her other mates to find out if they're real friends or not.
She
So
starts
whereas
telling them all
Panthea's not
this.
there, she starts just dropping things about Panthea, seeing if anyone will take the bait and see if she can get any little nibbles. And suddenly the group, one by one, start mentioning stuff about,
They're all
about
talking
Panthea.
shit about Panthea.
Because she's baited them. She's full baited them.
full baited him into it. And not being funny. Listen, I'm not being funny. See, even if, so see, for example, group of friends, right? No, for example, group of friends, but in that example, new group of friends, everyone's new, we're all getting to know each other. See, if I've just witnessed last night what's happened with, and not even just last night, the last 4 episodes before that too, of Panthea being an overdramatic, cheeky bastard. That is literally just full stop what it is. Like, nasty, bringing things up. I've heard on the London scene that you're a slut. Like, pure crazy things about people. If I'd seen that, all that, and then the next night,
I'd probably say she's a bitch.
if you've just said that, then you've squashed your beef beer, but then no, Panthea's no longer there. Who, right? We're all sitting there having a gossip about Panthea because she's acting the damn fool. What are you talking about? Obviously, we're going to be sitting here like, if you're going to bring it up and then start saying it, I'm going to say, well, I think she was a bit of a cow. Like,
But you safe space.
anybody with 20/20 vision can see that. Like, what is this all about? So then she goes home, starts posting all sorts on
like pure
Instagram.
cryptic Instagram messages.
Cryptic Instagram messages, you know, like pure memes like your mum would post when she's raging, like that type of thing, like cryptic material. So then poor Juliet there, Australian one, she's a bless her, I think that lassie's got honestly doubling up on anxiety medication this whole season. She's next morning pure stressing out, looking at it going, oh, what's happened? Good eye, mate, what's happened? Like, like losing her mind. Amanda doesn't care. That's why I love Amanda, because she just doesn't care. She's like, oh, I thought it was about a boy. Like, why would it be about a boy? This woman's been married to her husband for years.
20 years, cryptic
This is
posting.
not school. Like, why would she's not fell out with her boyfriend? Oh, it was just crazy. And I just thought, what is actually going on? What happened after that? Can you
Honestly, I
remember?
just think the last 3 episodes were fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
But yeah, like to summarize, I think the thing is why we love this new Housewives so much. They genuinely just give off like the old school proper housewives vibe. Because no offense to like the Miami girls and stuff, we still watch it, still love it. But all of it's new money and doesn't really feel like real legitimate money.
Don't diss Miami like that, you cheeky bastard.
No, I'm not saying just Miami. I just mean with a lot of them, like
No, we can talk about like if we're gonna diss somebody like
no
shade,
shade
like
or something. Like
yeah, like no shade, Potomac or let's see like Salt Lake City, that girl that was on that. See the one that was the
caused all
hurricane-
the drama.
What was her name again?
Can't even remember.
Oh my god, no!
But-
What was her name again?
Do you know what I mean? It's not real money. Like it's not-
Reality Von Teese. What was her
Aye,
name?
I can't remember. But seeing this Housewives
She
of
was
London,
broke.
they have money. Like it's like, do you know
They're
in
so
New York
rich.
when they done Real Estate in New York and they had to pay for people's apartments just to build a TV show, or New Jersey.
That was so for New York. That was they were all rich as fuck on New York, apart from Bethany Frankel. She wasn't rich, so they gave her a free apartment
But this is what I mean. Like
or something.
and it's maybe it's a difference as well between like American rich and British rich, because in British rich you're normally actually upper class. Like it's a different just to being having money. You still don't get like the actual lifestyle and circles they run in. You don't just have access to because you have money. But I feel like in America, if you've got money, you are almost kind of automatically granted into a lot of these.
But
circles.
I do like the fact that most of the women that's on the show, apart from Amanda,
Probably Amanda. Let's face it.
I feel like Amanda is given like British white aristocrat, like. But then I feel like she's not. I feel like she's just serving that because I think word on the London scene is they're all saying that she's been up here. Do you know what I mean? Giving it all to you. I don't know.
But
I
she
don't-
must have some cash because she's not had the man for 10 years.
She's not the man for 10 years, so they're
So
all
there's
saying that about
obviously
her.
something sustaining
And do
her.
you know what I think as well? See, even if she was shagging guys and getting rid of them and marrying and getting rid of them, babe, she done it right, because some people do that and still are broke at the end of it. Where's Amanda right now? Living it up in
In the
Belgravia.
London scene, baby.
Living it up in Belgravia, living her best life. So anyway, I think to myself, well done you, darling. Good for you guys. And I like the fact of, so that's what I was actually saying. Apart from Amanda, I've been like, I feel like she is just white, English white. I'm pretty sure 90% all the women are from
Some
either
sort of.
they're British immigrant or like thingy, and they've all got the wealth and the money, and they've got the canter and the drama.
That's pretty cool because as in Panthea, she's Egyptian, isn't she?
Not Iranian.
Oh, she Iranian.
Yeah.
I thought she was Egyptian. That's so
No,
weird.
I'm pretty sure it's Iranian. I'm pretty sure.
Whatever one she is, but they've all got something. Like it's quite. I like them all. I've really enjoyed this season. It feels like a proper Housewives season, and not just like a. Do you know what it feels like? Right, it's the seeing RuPaul's Drag Race. Obviously, you had RuPaul's Drag Race, and that is a classic. Then we've got all these spin-offs.
It just sometimes doesn't feel the same.
Aye, but it's like RuPaul's and then All Stars. Like that is the first two, and then the other ones are all kind of spin-offs. This feels like an original rather than one of the additional seasons, doesn't it?
No,
But anyway, loving it. But I think
that.
that we should wrap up there.
Yeah, literally. Apart from that, guys, really enjoying it. But listen, if you have liked this episode, make sure you give it a like, thumbs up, share it. If you don't like it, still talk about us. Put it in your group chats. You know the score. We talk about you. You talk about us. Love you guys. See you in the next episode.
Mwah, bye.
Bye.